Hallöchen, ihr Lieben. Schön, dass ihr da seid und vielen Dank fürs Einschalten zum Nintendo Treehouse Event. Live Juli 2020, starting soon. Gleich geht's los. Gibt, glaube ich, nur den englischen Stream, keinen deutschen. Ich gehe mal direkt in den Discord, da können wir direkt losschnaggeln. Müsste eigentlich alles funktionieren, wenn ich hier verkabelt bin. Wartet mal. Ich gehe mal rein hier in den Chat. Wenn ihr Bock habt, könnt ihr mit reinkommen, dann können wir hier ein bisschen quatschen über das, was wir hier sehen. Aber irgendwie schlägt mein Mikro ja nicht aus. Warum schlägt das hier nicht aus? Ist das offen? Ist das aber? Warte mal hier auf Discord. Kann ich irgendwie nicht quatschen. Quatschen. Kann ich denn das hier einstellen? So ist das. Wenn man das nicht vorher abcheckt. Aber wir hatten ja vorher ja keine Zeit. Sprache, Video hier. Eingabegerät. So vielleicht? Hallo, hallo? Ausgabegerät. Ach du grüne Neune. Nee, hier nicht. Bitte hier? Das kann sein. Scheiße. Ja, jetzt ist los. Ist hier jemand drin? Nee. Ich hab noch Kind, also ich muss das erst überprüfen. Ach, wir haben bisher nur Sound, aber Sound ist schon mal da, ist schon mal gut.
Hello and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live. Thank you so much for joining us today. And before we get started, I'd just like to acknowledge the fact that this is our first time doing this remotely. So we'd like to ask for your patience and understanding as we sort of work through all of this. Obviously, there are some technical limitations, but we're all working very hard to bring you the best stream we possibly can. So without further ado, let's meet the team. My name is Riona. And I'm joined today by Ethan, who will be playing the game for us.
Haben wir jetzt Bild? Warte mal.
Sam, who is going to be offering some keen insights for Paper Mario: The Origami King, which is the game that we're going to be showing you in this segment. In the next segment, we're going to be talking about an exciting game developed by one of our partners. But to get started, we have a short video prepared that kind of sets up the story for Paper Mario: The Origami King. And
was ist denn hier
while
los?
that plays, Ethan is going to be providing some commentary. So please take a look.
Ich mal nochmal.
Cool.
Ah, jetzt!
All right, let's get started, everybody. We are seeing Mario and Luigi enter Toad Town. They've been invited here by Princess Peach to join in an origami festival, but something seems to be wrong. There's not a whole lot of toads to be seen.
Immer wenn ich Vollbild mache. Was ist da los?
So, we are going to make our way into Princess Peach's castle. To see what's going on.
Machen wir das so.
So Mario's meeting Princess Peach, familiar friend, but
Dann machen wir das so.
Slightly folded fashion. Something seems to be off about her as well. Let's see how their conversation goes.
Warum funktioniert das nicht, Leute? Was ist mit meinem OBS los? OBS spackt ab.
Yeah. So right, Mario finds himself.
Ich mach mal ein neues Fenster.
Dumped into the castle dungeon, and he's got to make his way out. And he's using an ability here called the Thousand-Fold Arms, which we'll see later. But he's uncovered his partner for this adventure, Olivia. And so now they can kind of join forces to make their escape. And as they do so, they're also going to run into a couple other familiar faces. Might recognize Bowser here, who finds himself in a kind of folded position as well. He's not super happy about it. So the three of them now are going to try and make their escape from the castle. They get outside, and
Dann machen wir das jetzt anders. Machen wir das so. Wenn es nicht anders geht.
That's right. It is none other than King Ollie, the Origami King himself. Also happens to be Olivia's brother. And he's unveiling his plan to take over this paper-crafted kingdom by turning everything into origami. And he's starting by wrapping up Princess Peach's castle in these 5 gigantic paper streamers,
So.
ripping it from its foundations. That's not cool at all.
Machen wir das so.
So
Auf wie geht's?
Olivia and Mario
Jetzt ist los.
kind of left to try and make their escape. Things don't go exactly as they were planning, and the castle is dropped on top of a mountain far away, and that is where we're going to start our gameplay. Hold on, Mario, buddy, wake up. Okay, Mario was kind of sleeping on the job there. So here we go.
All right. So, as you saw, King Ollie abducted Princess Peach's castle, but that's not all he's done. He's also folded up Bowser's
Guck mal in Chat.
from paper into origami. So you can see a little origami Goomba up there. Those are King Ollie's folded soldiers, and some of his other minions have gone through the world and torn
Oh, ich geh mal aus dem Bild hier, wa?
And you'll see, I think Ethan did a bit earlier, he's collecting little scraps of confetti so that he can fill in these holes and hopefully rebuild this world that was destroyed a little bit by King Ollie and his minions.
Jetzt ist er wieder weg.
Camera pitched up there when
Yeah, so
Olivia
using
was
some
talking.
confetti here.
Oh, sorry, Ethan. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nächste Woche, Leute, kommt
Oh, I was
es.
just saying, as the camera pitched up, you could see that.
Hey,
there was a
Julian.
paper streamer in the
Julian.
background. And that's one of the streamers that wrapped up Princess Peach's castle in the video that we saw. And that's going to be our goal, is to try and get up and deal with that paper streamer.
Oh, look at this lovely little butterfly. Oh, and little something hiding in the wall. So that's another thing that King Ollie has done, is he's taken all of the toads from Toad Town and hidden them all about the world. So you'll notice that when you first came to Toad Town, it was completely empty, and now you find them, you refill them. But now we're in a battle, and I'm hoping that Sam can talk about this a little bit.
Yeah, oh, I love the battle system in this game. Okay, so the battles happen in 2 different phases.
Das ist auch soweit ganz neu, wa? Diese Kampfsystem? Oder gab's das schon mal?
And the way Ethan solved that puzzle is by moving all of the enemies into a position where he could attack all of them at once using this jump attack here, where he is getting excellence all down the line. Nice job, Ethan.
Thank you.
Yeah, and he's racked up
Since
all
he
these
did-
bonuses too, which are giving him a ton of coins. Sorry, Riona, go ahead.
That's exactly what I was about to say. No, great minds
Yeah.
think alike. And you'll see that using confetti can also help you discover little secrets, maybe reach items like this question block that you wouldn't otherwise be able to reach. And if you look up the road here, you'll see a little Koopa Troopa just hanging out. Oh, I think Ethan, he has something to say about this little Koopa Troopa.
Aber das sieht schon toll aus, oder?
I was just actually gonna say, so you folks can notice that, like, as I'm using confetti to fill in holes, you'll see I also will need to gather more, and so you get it from a bunch of different
Hey,
places.
TK!
You've got a little confetti bag icon in the top left of your screen.
Der Anfang war eh total verbuggt, TK. Das ist nicht so schlimm. Der war,
As you gather more confetti.
nicht der Rede wert.
Using it and then needing to find more, and it's kind of a fun cycle to go back and forth on.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. What I was going to say about the Koopa Troopas is that they are paper like Mario, so it's a kind of like paper versus origami sort of situation in this game. Oh, and another exciting battle. Sam, why don't you tell us what Ethan's going to do here?
Yeah, so this one's a little bit different. So as you saw in the first battle, he lined all of the Goombas up in a straight line, and that's the way you get the enemies into an arrangement for your jump attack. But for a hammer attack, you want to arrange them in this kind of 2x2 formation, like the Shy Guys are right here. And when you solve the puzzle portion of the ring system of the battle, you get a 1.5 times damage boost. So it's really helpful for getting through these battles quickly and racking up those bonuses at the end. Nice work, Ethan.
Ja, TK.
Thanks, guys. It's good to know I've
Making it
got
look so easy.
Von Paper Mario Origami King. Ja, kommt nächsten Freitag.
Pose, that little flourish that Mario does when you get an excellent
Zocken wir.
last enemy in the line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
Stick the
mugs for the
landing
camera a
pose.
little bit.
So we're gonna go down
Alright,
here
so
and
heading-
see what those Koopa Troopas were getting all flustered about. And here they are.
Die Koopas. Oh, ich brauch Strom. Ich brauch Strom,
So there's an
Leute.
entrance to a temple here that's gonna become important later. And currently there is an origami shy guy who is causing some kind of trouble over there. So we are being asked to go take a look and probably solve some trouble with our hammer. As we are wont to do.
That's the way you solve a lot of problems in this game, it turns out.
Yeah.
Ooh, this looks like a tricky one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olivia's given you a helpful hint here about using, you can use coins to extend the
Am
timer
Sonntag
for the
Ubisoft,
ring
ja.
puzzle.
19 Uhr, oder? Kommt
I
das?
think you might need to
Gucken wir uns an, auf jeden Fall.
because,
Bin ich
this
zu
is
Hause.
A little more complicated.
Ja.
I'm gonna add some coins on, and I'm gonna take a look here
Machen wir.
where I should move these guys. That doesn't look right.
Yeah, so in the other battles that we've seen up until this point, we've seen Ethan
Doesn't look right.
choose one of the concentric rings and rotate it. But in order to solve this puzzle, you're going to need to do something else also, which is you can choose one of the diameter lines of the ring and slide all of the enemies along that line. Ethan is
Warte mal.
also showing off something else here, where you can pay...
Far Cry auch, TK? Ich dachte nur
for you, and they'll have various different positive
Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs und Assassin's Creed. Aber Far Cry? Echt, ja? Cool.
Puzzle for Mario and helped Ethan out. The enemy's doing a little bit of damage there. They also tossed some junk at the...
Right, and as you find more toads throughout, you know, playing the game, hidden in the world, you'll see that the stands start to get more and more full, and you get more toads, obviously. They say really hilarious things while you're fighting.
Ich freu mich auch, TK. Ich auch.
The things that they'll do to help you, it gets better the more you have. So there is definitely an incentive to find lots of toads, even if you're not a completionist like me.
Und am 23. kommt das Xbox-Event.
Done away with the shy guy here, and now we're getting a little more info about what's going on. We're gonna have to collect the rest of these shell stones if we want to get entrance into this temple. So that's gonna be kind of our next goal. While we're down here, though, I had spotted something kind of suspicious looking up on top of these stands, and I'm gonna check it out. So there's these cracked rocks here. I'm gonna hit with my hammer, and we're gonna reveal one of these magic circles that we saw earlier that's going to let us use the 1,000-fold arms again. And I'm using motion control right now to extend my arms and then find a spot I can interact with and then whack the wall here.
Wen haben wir denn da?
A piece of the paper landscape. But the 1,000-fold arms are really fun to use. You use them in specific spots like that. We might just see them later on in our gameplay.
Wieder auf der Insel mit dem Typen? Dann muss ich ja Far Cry 5 erstmal spielen.
I gotta go get it.
Please don't. Thank you, Ethan.
Ich habe ja nur 4 gespielt.
Yeah, coins you can do so many things with. Actually, I'm going to talk a little bit about one of my favorite things. Which has to
Aber
do
so eine
with this
Leaks sind
toad.
doch scheiße.
So this toad is actually going to
Jetzt ist die Überraschung weg.
and open an accessory shop, and you can buy from him or it
Oder?
all sorts of different accessories. Maybe Sam, can you talk a bit about accessories and how they can help out?
Guck mal, bei mir ist voll dunkel und bei ihr ist schön ausgeleuchtet
We'll
alles.
actually get an opportunity to see some of those in action a little bit later, but the accessories are so useful. They have all kinds of different effects. One of the accessories that we'll be seeing is called Guard Plus, which helps Mario. So in the timing-based portion of the battle, not only do you have to have good timing for your attacks, but you also have to have good timing in order to block attacks from enemies and reduce the amount of damage that you're taking. And some of the accessories can help you do that.
There's all kinds
That's
of
right, and
accessories
there's-
though, and they do all kinds of stuff. and it's really fun to like find them and kind of incorporate them into your tool set.
For sure.
Just noticed,
Ach so, ist ein anderer. Ah, ich dachte, du hast den gemeint.
Take care of that later.
Ja, da kam da aber noch ein Teil danach. Nach 5. Oder war das nur ein Update? Ein Standalone-Update? DLC?
Boy, it takes a lot of confetti to fill in that hole.
Yeah, it did.
Ein Jahr später. Was der an die Geschichte angeknüpft hat. Das habe ich nicht gespielt.
Totally a toad.
They're just flapping about.
Yep. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna make my way
No,
over
he's
here.
flying, didn't you see?
Geh mal her.
Oh, right.
Hier ist da so eine
I
Fahne.
want to fight that guy, that little Goomba there, so I decided to run from that battle. Found another toad who seems
Boah,
to
das Spiel wird bestimmt richtig cool.
here.
This area looks very
Oh gosh.
intriguing with its.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Oh
that.
gosh.
Hey, what's this?
So, yeah, folks who are Mario fans may recognize this stairway.
You know what to do.
I do.
5 Toadis.
This particular one because it just shows you that like the toads that are hidden around the environment are really in a variety of different ways. Sometimes you
Ach so, ich dachte, er war ein voller Teil. Ah,
dramatic like that happens.
alles klar.
Okay, we're wanting to get through here.
Wer ist er denn da?
Red streamer, but this
Was ist denn der für ein Hund?
dog is blocking our path. So
Halt dein Maul, bam.
it's hammer time.
Der arme Hund. Ach, da war ein Toad.
This little
He's a
toad is
feisty
another
little guy.
special little guy. Yeah, he's putting up his dukes, but he's gonna run back to Toad Town as well, and he's.
Ja,
gonna
ja, weiß ich noch, TK. Die Atombombe am Ende. Fand ich ganz geil, das Ende.
You can practice your timing for battles and things like that. So there's definitely, I mean, finding toads, you never know which toad you're gonna find. You might find one who opens a shop or all sorts of things. So.
Right, we've already got a couple extra things to do if we go back to Toad Town now because of the toads we've rescued, which is cool. Alright, so we are going to make our way from Picnic Road into Overlook Mountain where the red streamer is going. And one thing I love about playing this game is moving from like one kind of wide open environment like Picnic Road right into the next, you know, even potentially even bigger, you know, location in Overlook Mountain here. And there's just tons of detail, and you're free to explore kind of at your own pace and like do what you want to do. So I love that you can just kind of move from zone to zone as you choose. Let's
Ooh,
see.
little shy guys.
Some sneak attack.
Yeah. Ah, and so Ethan has just found a collectible, which we haven't seen so far, but this is going to show up in the Toad Town. Uh-oh. Ambush!
I got totally ambushed.
So I was saying that it'll show up in the Toad Town museum, which is where you'll find all of the different collectibles. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. We've got another battle here going. I'm excited
I'm gonna
to
get
see
through this one
Ethan
quickly, you guys.
knock this one out of the
Yeah,
park.
nice work.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, it's immensely satisfying to solve these ring puzzles, get that damage boost, and then do a ton of
ja.
damage when you get into the...
Ich habe ja die anderen Teile nicht gespielt. Also 3 und 4 und so.
If you master this system. And this is a
Und bei
way
5
faster
bin ich wieder
than the
eingestiegen. Aber auch nur den 5.
enemies that you're
Den
gonna-
danach, den Sequel, habe ich ja nicht gespielt, wie du gesehen hast. Oder wie wir gerade rausgefunden haben.
So easy.
Yeah, you're thrashing these guys.
You know me.
Oh, sorry, we
And
threw
then
you off.
say
That was our fault.
and of course I leave a couple. I know.
Fand es aber ganz spaßig, 5. War okay.
One of the things I
It
really
happens,
love is
though,
seeing
you
the
know.
little comments that the toads in the stands have, because some of them are just so hilarious that it's almost distracting, honestly.
So we should mention that
And,
solving the
you know, like,
puzzle in the battles isn't
this is
required.
just to show
you
you,
can
I guess,
still
that-
move on.
Oh, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Ethan.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
3 ist der beste? Ah
There's a
ja.
little bit of delay
Mhm.
that we're working through.
Vielleicht kommt ja mal ein Remaster. Dann zocke ich's auch mal.
You can still work your way through the battle, but solving the puzzle and getting that damage boost is really going to help you rack up those bonuses like you saw Ethan get. He got a ton of coins at the end of that last battle, and the coins are so useful in this game. You might think that, you know, oh, he has over 8,000 coins, and you know that's plenty, but you can burn through those really quickly.
Definitely, and we've just entered into a battle with the shiny. Maybe, Sam, can you talk a little bit about the weapon that Ethan has chosen to use?
Yeah, so he's battling some Spinies right now, which it probably wouldn't be a good idea for Mario to jump on those with his regular boots attack. So
was lasst denn da, Dicke?
Boots there, which allowed him to
Was
jump on
los?
those Spinies. Now your boots and your hammer, you'll
Gibt es schon ein
always
Remaster?
get
Nee.
attacks. Those will never deplete. But certain special attacks, like the iron boots that he was using there, will deplete after a while.
Very true. And one thing that I just wanted to point out, it's very little, but something I enjoy is that when you finish a battle, the enemy kind of explodes into this like giant cloud of confetti, and it really makes you feel like it's celebrating your victory. Just little things I really enjoy. Oh, and here we're at Monty Mole. Looks like he's hawking something and wants to know if you'd like to buy it. Aha, so this is one of the orbs that you will need to bring back to the Earth Elemental Temple, which we saw earlier. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ethan.
I don't know. You were saying the exact same thing I was.
10,000 coins is a little steep.
Oof. I'd say don't buy it.
Man hat wahrscheinlich zu dem Zeitpunkt 1 Million.
We can get it down.
Normalerweise, keine Ahnung.
Yeah, we can do better than that, Mr.
Definitely.
Mole.
Ooh. Well, that's not bad. 5,000.
What do you guys say?
It's getting better,
think,
but
Ethan?
I think we can push this guy
Ach so,
Yeah,
Dicke.
we could push it.
Zwei doofe Inje, danke. Aber das dauert noch ein bisschen, weil nächste Woche kommt ja erstmal hier, Mario. Dann kommt noch Ghost of Tsushima, kommt auch noch, kommt am gleichen Tag, leider.
Okay.
Ooh, 3,000.
That sounds okay.
Und den Lückenfüller nicht Watch Dogs, sondern Days Gone, wollte ich eigentlich auch noch beenden.
Boy, you're breaking this poor mole's heart.
Even that paratrooper can't believe it.
I'm gonna keep going.
Or sorry, the
feeling it.
Paragoomba.
Ethan!
Ich passe ja nicht auf hier, was machen die denn da?
Wow, 1,000. Nice
Okay,
bargain,
take
Ethan.
it.
Hey,
Ach, die zocken da.
what do you guys say? I know.
I'd say take it.
1/10 of the price. Let's do this. Giddy up. Yeah, green shells don't get.
Fantastic.
Nice.
This is just one example of the many
So,
really
I think
enjoyable,
we're gonna
fun
take this
NPCs.
opportunity to
Oh, sorry, Ethan, please continue.
and we're gonna cut away here, and we want to show you some of the boss battle action that this game has to offer. So I'm gonna switch over to that, and while I'm doing that, you guys feel free to chit chat.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
one of the things that Ethan touched on just a little bit when he first walked into Overlook Mountain is the environments are connected organically into this big world to explore, which is one of the new things about this game that I really love. You know, in previous titles in the series, you had the environments were separated into kind of this Super Mario World style overworld map.
Ja, einmal, ja. Ich habe aber tatsächlich vor 2 Wochen oder so da wollte ich weiterspielen. Also dann habe ich Days Gone gemacht. Aber ich habe schon
But
Ein Bildchen gemacht für das Video. Tatsächlich, ja, ja.
Ooh, yeah. So we've finally found the end
So
of
we've
the
actually-
red streamer that we saw
Oh,
earlier.
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna try to unravel this and maybe see if we can get that part of Princess Peach's castle set free. It looks like Mario's jump doesn't have enough oomph in it.
Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie lange das hier geht, Leute, wa? Ich denke mal so eine Dreiviertelstunde.
By
Nice
Olivia.
save, Olivia.
We all said the
Triple
same thing.
jinx.
In a round.
Alright, so we're coming up
Ach, den kennen wir
to
schon
our
aus dem
very
Trailer.
first boss battle. Maybe Sam, can you talk to us a little bit about what's different about a boss battle?
Yeah, certainly. We'll see a little bit more when we actually get into things. But you know, in the battles with regular enemies that you were seeing before, Mario was in the center of the rings and he was arranging the enemies into patterns. And you'll see when we get into the boss battle that the boss is in the center of the rings and you're arranging the rings to guide Mario to the center so that he can attack the boss. And the bosses are puzzles in and of themselves. So it's going to take a little bit of figuring out to try and see what does damage to each of the bosses.
Definitely.
I love the boss.
I'd love to see
Stifte, Leute.
use the toads in the boss battle because they also do different things to help Mario out.
Ist schon sehr komisch, der Boss, oder? Eine Packung
Yeah,
Stifte.
so those are some of those accessories that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I've got like guard plus on. Reducing my damage I'll take a little bit.
Ich hab wollen, ja.
Yeah, so
Other
this, it
accessory,
might...
Ich wollte, dass ich's wollte.
Oh no, go ahead, Ethan.
Genau.
Or, sorry, I'm Rihanna.
Oh no, it's all you.
No, I was just gonna say that it looks kind of daunting at first, but it'll make a lot more sense when you see Ethan start moving. So Mario is gonna travel on the path as dictated by these arrows. There you go. And he passed an envelope on the way, and that envelope gave him a hint about what he needs to do to damage the boss.
Right,
And
told me
stepping
to
on
get
that
out my
icon.
hammer once I'm behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
And he passed that on icon.
Man
that
sieht's gar
was
nicht.
in Mario's path, so he activated it, and that turned on those magic circles, which could be useful later. Nice work.
Very nice.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Now I need to get in front, I think. So I'm going to move this attack icon in front, and then what else do I need to do? Looking at my arrows to build my path here. That looks good, right? Okay, here we go.
That looks... Oh no. I think... Oh no,
I made
okay.
it, okay.
Very good, yeah. Sorry. I
Had you
thought
worried
that
there for a
up
sec,
arrow
Sam?
was in your path.
Fear not.
Aber viel abziehen tut er ja nicht da oben, wa? Die Bossleiste ist noch relativ gefüllt.
Okay.
Relativ stark.
Nice
Oh,
block.
nice.
My block in, nice.
Yeah, you saw that guard plus pop.
Und wieder
up, so
aufgefüllt.
that accessory that Mario has equipped has helped him out there. This is starting to get pretty daunting.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
pretty
this might be
unrelenting
time
with
to
those missile
call on
pencils.
some little bit of toad help, maybe.
Yeah, you might want to
Okay.
enlist some help.
Yeah,
here.
I'm looking at this. There's a lot more icons on the battlefield, as you can see, and what I'm going to do, right, is take Sam and Riona's advice and call on my toads by spending coins.
Ooh. Big
Boy,
step.
Uh-huh.
199, you're splashing out.
High roller. All right. Sam, do you want to tell us what's going on here?
Yeah, so in addition to tossing Mario some health, the Toads also activated kind of a guideline on the battlefield. So it doesn't show you where you need to go, but rather what Mario's current path will be based on the formation of the rings as they are. And it updates in real time as Ethan was adjusting the rings.
Yeah,
So
very
having turned
handy
on
little
the
tool for the
1,000
boss
arms
battles.
here, I'm gonna get them out and use them in the battle here. So you can use them in the environment, but also they have a role in battles as well. Ooh, my arms are going nuts there for a second. I grab with CLDR, close that lid.
Get it together, Mario.
It's more like me, actually. I think Mario's doing fine.
Nice work.
Very nice.
If you get really good at the ring system in these boss battles, you can set up this really elaborate movement structure where Mario just kind of sweeps the board and collects absolutely everything there is.
Also ich weiß nicht, ob das so cool ist, war dieses Kampfsystem, aber
to damage the boss.
hab jetzt sowas schon mal.
Alright,
Get him, Ethan.
let's see. Getting one more good attack
Nee,
here.
wa?
Nice.
Also ich kenne nur dieses klassische rundenbasierte.
Oh, we got me.
Oi.
Ooh.
Alright. Well, we're doing some good damage. As you
Yeah.
can see. He's definitely
Yeah,
not done
haven't been
yet.
hit by his colored pencil missiles yet, so that's good.
No. Let's see.
Yeah,
here.
that's right. That's another important thing to mention. You can see those like targeting reticles that are on the ring system, and Ethan has been doing a really good job of avoiding those up until now.
I think I'm gonna do one more quick attack here with the 1,000-fold arms.
Wir zeigen jetzt hier den ganzen Bosskampf, wa?
Alright, here we go. Close that lid one more time. Kind of found a good pattern. That's
Boah, 3 Angriffe noch.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oder gibt's hier noch so einen Mega-Angriff?
And
on his
I
last
guess we'll
legs.
just jump ahead one more. Let's see. I need to bring that there. Bring this over here.
Yeah, I think Ethan
that should
touched on it very briefly, but you see those icons with the fist on them. That's an attack icon, and you need to position that in Mario's final spot in order for him to be able to take an attack action when he reaches the boss.
Right. If that wasn't there, Mario would reach that spot and just fall over, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad. Alright.
Nice block.
Very nice. Oh,
So he's not happy at all. I've been kind of
Yeah.
Ui.
doing some damage on him, so he's getting out some sort of Gatling gun attack here.
Yeah, goodness gracious. Yeah, something tells me what you've been doing up until this point isn't gonna cut it anymore. But
No, yeah.
but I think we're gonna have to call it here, because
Yeah,
like we
we
said, you
don't
know,
wanna
the
show
bosses.
everything.
Yeah, the bosses are puzzles, and we don't want to show you the solution to the puzzle, as you know, especially because the game is coming out in just a short amount of time.
Genau.
Ethan, when is everybody?
In einer
gonna
Woche,
get their
Leute.
hands on this?
So this is coming out on Friday, July 17th. It's super colorful.
Noch 7 Mal schlafen.
Lots of super fun areas to explore, and paper enemies to defeat. So please, I hope everybody will check it out.
Yeah, awesome. So thank you so much, Riona, and thank you, Ethan. And
Good what?
as we head out, we're going to play the announcement trailer one more time for those of you who might have missed it. And also because the announcement trailer does a really good job of highlighting some of the various environments that this adventure will take you that we couldn't hope to show you in just a single Treehouse Live segment. So stay tuned for that. And right up and coming up, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new game. So stick around. Thanks, everyone.
Ja, da kommt noch was. Erstmal nochmal den Toolen-Trailer anschauen. Hallo. Good to see you. Wrong answer. Und tschüss, Mario. Sag doch. Bams. Da ist er. Der Origami King. Das ist super, da. Ich freue mich drauf, Leute. Spielig. Ob wir durchspielen, ist die andere Sache. Aber wir spielen's. Das steht auf einem ganz anderen Blatt. Ob wir da durchspielen. »17. Juli«. Jawohl. Stunde später. Ja, TK, was sagst du dazu? Mega geil, oder? Das ist ja der Hammer. Das ist super. Erzähl mal was. Nintendo Treehouse. Richtig gut. Was zockst du denn überhaupt gerade? Warum bist du überhaupt da, TK? Ist der Wochenende frei oder wie? Die Frage ist ja auch, wie lange wir jetzt hier dranbleiben müssen. Ich hoffe mal nicht, dass es eine Stunde dauert. Machen wir so lange. Ich kann ja mal so lange gucken, ob ich hier mein Discord-Problem gelöst kriege. Mein Discord-Mikrofon-Problem. Schlägt nämlich nicht aus hier auf Discord. Eigentlich müsste das doch ausschlagen, oder? Der Stream läuft hier aber noch. Ja, der läuft noch. Ja, ja, früher. Was? Wie viel bitte, DK? Was ist los? Wie soll man hinmachen hier? Wir können ja jetzt hier nicht eine Stunde warten. Der hat da gesagt, kommt noch ein neues Spiel, oder? Dann warten wir einfach. Kann man ja zur Not rausschneiden danach. Auf YouTube. Ich versuche mal hier derweil mein Problem hier zu lösen. Schatz kommt demnächst. Ah ja. Warum zockst du rein gar nichts? Warum nicht? Keine Lust mehr? So. Muss ich jetzt hier in den Einstellungen? Sprache, Video. Ist aber eigentlich das richtig ausgewählt, oder? Hallo, hallo? So. Ah, jetzt. Jetzt habe ich's. Oder? Ja. Also der Stream Voice ist jetzt auf jeden Fall, jetzt bin ich drin und man würde mich auch hören. Man würde mich da auch verstehen. Aber hier jetzt irgendwie nicht weiter. Wir haben uns da hier, lassen uns jetzt hier schön im Regen stehen. Und um 8 Uhr oder so kommt dann das Neue. Ah, jetzt.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Grüß dich, Jung.
Before we dive in, we'd like to play a short video. This is a first reveal of a new game coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch this year. And right after, we'll see live gameplay and dig into some of the deep battle mechanics the game has to offer. So please, take a look.
Was ist das? Oh, guck mal, hier unten sieht man gar nicht.
Welcome back. So Bakugan, Champions of Vestroia. Let's introduce everyone.
Ich setze mich mal in die Mitte.
With Tyler from Nintendo and two special guests. We've got Steve. Hey Tyler. We've got Steve Robert from Spin Master. Hey Steve, thank you for joining us.
Hello, brawlers.
And we've got Kenny Ilko from WayForward, one of my absolute favorite developers. And we'll want to shout out a special thanks to publisher Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. So Kenny and Steve, thank you, welcome, and let's see the game. Let's jump in.
Ja, dann zeig ich mal hier.
All right, let's go over some features first. In Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, you are the hero in an epic action role-playing game with an original story expanding on the hit TV series and toy franchise. We've designed a unique, real-time, and turn-based brawling system offering pick-up-and-play ease and layers of strategy to discover.
Ja, genau, TK.
There's plenty of depth in our game,
So sieht's aus.
including faction resistance, increasing your Bakugan stats via in-game progression. Plus, you can selectively modify up to 4 special ability slots for each Bakugan on your team before and after the battle. In addition to brawling, which you'll be doing a lot of in our game, explore an RPG world across a variety of environments and engage in over 100 quests.
Man sieht ja nichts hier.
In
Warte
all,
mal.
you'll collect
geh mal hier
over
hin.
80 Bakugan, plus 200 special ability types and upgrades to help you and your Bakugan become champions. Did I mention 80 Bakugan? Actually, it's 81, because we've listened to our fans and we're bringing back Leonidas. Lastly, we're proud to announce in Bakugan Champions of Vestroia, you can play against brawlers around the world in online head-to-head multiplayer. All right, Kenny, let's get our brawl on.
All right, we'll pick up the first fight down here.
Voll tief auf immer.
I'm basically jumping in a mid-story quest here. I was sent by a local kid to go and do some practicing before some tournaments coming up.
All right, the brawl's beginning.
Whoa.
Yeah, immediately you get a sense for just how huge they are.
Yeah, the scale of the Bakugan the intent was to make sure we kept the epic feel. You know, Bakugan are anywhere from like 2, 3, 4 stories tall, so we wanted to ensure that.
Ja, das sieht so aus, warte, TK.
Combat as much as possible.
Aber es geht, sowas in der Art.
It's kind of a hybrid to the TV show. As people are watching the TV show and then the toy and TCG. So, you know, we're running around here in the Hive Matrix real time, collecting energy cores, which are those blue hexagons on the field. Those energy cores give you the equivalent of mana in like a fantasy RPG game. So on the bottom left corner, that's my 4 abilities. those are, the equivalent of, essentially casting a spell. So right now I'm getting beat down a little bit as I'm talking, but I will change the course here quickly. So
Was haben wir denn hier hinter?
one thing you'll notice also with the energy core is
Ich mache mein Bild mal kleiner, Leute.
we bring in some tactics in decision making just from the energy cores alone. See the core she just
Oder ich mache mich hier rein, so.
was a small energy glow, which means it has a lower quantity of energy that's going to supply you. The bigger the glow, the more energy you get. So now it becomes a decision of, do I want to get these 1 or 2 close cores, or do I want to go for the far bigger core with more energy deeper into the field while passing up, other options.
What's kind of interesting is like resource management, where you're having to collect the energy cores, but also plan what attacks or abilities you're going to use. Are you going to be quick to attack, or are you going to save more energy? And the strategy there is really what it comes down to. And looks like you won that brawl.
Indeed,
Well done,
yeah,
Danny.
and
Nice
I mean,
work
to your
by the-
point, thank you.
I was going to say, by the skin of your teeth, you had 12 health left.
That was a nail biter.
I had another Bakugan in reserve. But yeah, to your
So
point,
Kenny-
Tyler, sorry, Steve, go ahead.
I was just gonna
Bakugan.
give a little background on story.
Champions of
really quick.
Westoria.
So basically, where Kenny ended up there was in his last brawl in a series of a quest, because he wants to impress this local hotshot named Larry, who's organizing a local tournament.
Es liegt noch eine Kirsche.
Overall, our story interweaves
Prost.
between a series of tournaments and a larger investigation into a mysterious and abnormal earthquake activity going on in San Barbara's, which is the town of our game.
Yeah,
So I do
that's
like there's a
basically
lot of
where you
focus
see
on
me
the
here.
brawling, but there's all of these other elements going on in the game that you're going to want to, I guess, constantly track on top of just your brawling strategies, right?
Correct.
That's right.
So, the storyline I just picked up there that I'm quickly progressing through is hitting on the point that Steve was talking about, where that was one of your good friends. She's telling you about some of the earthquake activity that's abnormal for the area going on, and she's investigating into it. And I think that's kind of where your story starts to unfold for you. So now I'm just kind of taking back my poster pieces that I had found for Larry. Oh, got one more quick thing to do for Larry. Pick up an item he lost here at the lake. But returning back to the combat, you're going into combat with a team of 3 Bakugan, and once you collect up to 3. And that's where a lot of the strategy is going to come into play between your Bakugan and your 4 abilities that you assign to the Bakugan, which we'll get into a little bit more here in a few minutes.
Just something that I kind of noticed that maybe others may have noticed as well is that your Bakugan you are actually talking to, but in battle they're so much larger. And do you mind kind of going into a little bit of that relationship that you have with your Bakugan?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Bakugan are sentient beings in the universe. So, what you actually also might have noticed is that the Bakugan appears slightly different, not just smaller, but a little bit.
Epsilon. Ja, moinsen. Therese, was ist los?
So frequently love to be in.
Das ist ein neues Spiel, Therese.
Actually, are smaller, much smaller in toy size, much like the real toy. And they, your Bakugan are someone that you're.
Hey, der Captain ist da.
As you go.
That's pretty awesome. So you're going to build that relationship with your Bakugan as you continue to find more and change up your roster.
Correct.
I see a familiar face.
So there he is, Dan Kuzo.
Infamous Dan Kuzo.
Yes. So the awesome brawlers from the TV show again.
Ja, ist geil, oder? TK? Breath of the Wild 2 wird richtig gut. Aber wer weiß, wann das kommt. Nächstes Jahr. Irgendwann. Das dauert noch eine Weile, glaube ich. Leider.
And just your overall open world experience. So here he's telling us about, I just got a Baku ability card from Larry, and he's telling me how I can assign it to a new Bakugan. Again, one of the layers of strategy that you're going to have to consider is that every Bakugan ability is associated to a single faction. So there's 5 factions: Pyrus, Heos, Darkus, Aquos, and Ventus. So
Bakugan, ja, genau.
Bakugan ability cards, as you can see, there's 5 here. There's only 4 there. You'll start to get basically what's the equivalent of a mini deck building opportunity. So you get all these cards that are part of your deck to assemble, and your deck is really just the 4 abilities that you're assigning to each Bakugan when you go into the fight.
Wer wird sich freuen, sogar?
And now Larry is
so that's where a lot of the strategy comes in. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny, go ahead.
Ach, WiiU meinst du?
Oh, no, absolutely. I was just saying Larry gives me more.
Ach, kennt man Bakugan?
You are correct. That is a lot.
Sagt mir auch gar nichts eigentlich. Gibt's die Marke, ja? Aha.
So personally for you,
ich bin da ganz bei Y. Ich wusste davon auch nichts vorher.
Personally for you, Kenny, what kind of strategies do you like to implement with your Bakugan? Are you more of a going in guns blazing head first, or a little more strategic on adding more kind of buffs or recovery?
Ich bin schon wieder mitten im Bild da.
So, it's a good
Egal,
question.
ich bleib da jetzt.
Bakugan factions actually kind of draw their own strategy. So again, leveraging as much as we can from the TCG and bringing that experience into the game for the different players that'll recognize, a lot of the factions have their own playing style. So I generally try and adapt a playing style to the team I want to go in there. But when I have my druthers, I like the balance of Aquos and all its things it can do. But if I'm coming at you with a Pyrus Dragonoid, I will just bring an aggressive attack approach.
Hey Kenny, what does she have for you there?
She's telling us about something she saw at the fountain over here.
Oh,
there's a little sparkle.
Check that out.
Da war nur Paper Mario Y.
So,
alright.
Oh, nice.
Paper Mario wird richtig gut.
This be your third Bakugan?
Die Erkenntnis hast du verpasst. Aber sonst nichts.
A lot of what you'll find oh, sorry, go ahead, Sam.
Oh, I was just going to say, now you're rocking a full team.
Ja, danke, Y.
Yes, I am. That is my third
Vielen Dank.
Bakugan. So early on, you'll start off finding one Bakugan. We jumped about 30 minutes into play here. But early on, you'll find your initial Bakugan, and then quickly pick up 2 more to fill out a minimum team of 3. And then, you'll keep on finding Bakugan throughout the world by exploring or...
hey, Kenny, real quick.
Kind of...
Sorry,
yeah.
Can you back? Oh, good. I wanted you to back out of that fight so you could strategize really quick before going in.
Oh, yeah. Apologies. Absolutely.
Violet kennt es also. Gibt's davon eine Serie oder was? Also jetzt Anime?
At your opponent's lineup, and that gave you an opportunity to, as he was saying, drop out and then maybe rework your own team to counter what your opponent's going to be bringing into the brawl.
Yeah, exactly. And so, Tyler, to your question, I just got rid of that heal for some more combat attacking.
Give
I
more
hope that doesn't come back
to your
to bite
Pyrus
you.
Dragonoid.
I also hope it does not come back to bite me.
Auf jeden Fall nichts Neues, Y. Nichts Neues. Du hast nichts Neues verpasst. Außer hier den Anfang, aber ist ja egal.
I think that adds a lot of depth to the battles, not only
Oh, ich muss mir mal strecken, Leute.
not mistaken.
Oh, ich sitze ja hier nur auf meinem Hockerstuhl hier.
Correct. That's absolutely right. So, you know, whatever team and abilities you've built up through
Das auf jeden Fall.
is
Ich
exactly
bin der Mo.
what you're able
Mo
to
ist das hier. Nicht der da oben, der hier. Der hier bin ich.
So, there's the two darkest
2007, ah.
brawl with him.
Time to drum up. Let's do this.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, and one of the
That
other
firepower
things,
comes in handy.
we'll see what we can do. And one of the other things that you know, you may or may not have noticed when I was modifying my abilities on the Bakugan.
Was ist denn das da hier? Voll das Einhorn.
Every Bakugan has resistances to factions, so you know, I wouldn't call it a paper, rock, scissors system by any means, but each faction has essentially two other factions that it defends well against. While it's
Man wirft dann mit die jetzt ich muss gerade kurz. Man wirft jetzt also mit diese Dinger da auf seine Figuren, auf seine Bakugans und dann kann man die Attacken ausführen oder was?
I have to say, your opponent has been pretty quick to swap his Bakugan between the two that he has, and really fast.
Right.
Yeah, he appears to have not liked his matchup to my Dragonoid originally.
Oder wie, oder was?
So in combat, you know, aside from your four abilities that you're working with, we actually have other things. You know, we're early gameplay, so as you evolve the Bakugan and they get bigger and stronger, there's other things other mechanics that, you know, we aren't going to be able to see here, but like Bakugear are passive abilities that you kind of charge up as you play. Those are special cores that, you know, again, making a tactics level decision during the real-time combat. And then another
Wir haben eben Tetris gespielt, Y.
You know,
Tetris-Effekt haben wir eben gespielt. Ist doch in VR. Oder kann man in VR spielen?
If I can successfully charge up all three of my Bakugan here, which I am on my way to do, I will be able to pull off a team attack. So it's a lot about risk and reward, you know, as I'm charging up, taking the time to charge up these guys. Obviously, as you can see, I'm taking a bit of a beating here. However, you know, I'm hoping that the payoff from my one large team attack is going to
ja, sogar.
equal the punishment I'm taking and more.
We hope you can pull that off. You got to get those Baku cores.
Yeah,
you are competing with the other character. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Das ist richtig gut.
No, I'm just commenting on the battle. Fine.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that you're competing with the other character to collect those Baku cores as quickly as you can.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. So the cores on the field are not obviously in abundance. So
Also für mich ist das ja, glaube ich, nicht, wa?
Another layer of tactics that you'll
Ich habe eh keine Zeit.
later on in the game is that there's actually brawler abilities as well. So there's kind of boost gear, if you will, that allow you
Würdet ihr das zocken?
run faster or a force field that knocks your
Sogar?
down if you get within
Y.
close range of them.
TK brauche ich gar nicht fragen, hat er keine Switch, oder?
Balancing the strategy elements of what Bakugan and what factions you're bringing in to the into the battle, along with what you're doing at the real-time combat level here.
I think we're getting close.
There's my team attack.
There you go.
Team attack! Yo, one hit. That was worth it.
So
Nice.
far, so good.
But his work is not done.
Still has one more to go.
And only 92 left on this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can take a couple hits.
See if I can beat him to the core.
But it was a big risk spending all of that time collecting those Baku cores for all of your Bakugan so that you can build up enough to do that big team attack.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the later you get into the game, the riskier that kind of decision becomes. You know, I have a little bit of an edge as I'm a 3 versus 2 advantage on him, but you know, very soon in the story progression, you're going to be facing strictly 3-on-3
TK.
or brawls.
Well done, Kenny.
All
Nice
right.
work.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, hat er geschafft. GG.
Team attack.
Nice work. So I
Oh.
think that's all the time
Ik
we
moest...
have today for Bakugan Champions of Destroya. Thank you so much,
Dit war's, Leute.
Kenny and Steve, for joining us and showing us your game. Do you have any final thoughts you want to share with us before we head out?
Yeah, I just want to say we're really, really excited to be able to share the game today, and we hope our fans and beyond love playing it.
Yeah, and
All right,
thank you
thank
for
you.
the opportunity to be on Treehouse. And you know, we've loved working with Spin Master on the IP, so it's a great opportunity.
And
That's
we love
awesome.
working with
Thank you
WayForward.
guys. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Kenny and
Thanks a lot,
Steve, and thank
guys.
you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler, for joining us. I hope
Thanks.
everyone enjoyed what you saw today. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.
Dit war's? Das war's, Leute. Das war das Treehouse von Nintendo. Ja, Bakugan. Hieß das jetzt Bakugan? Ja, war. Naja, ich weiß ja nicht, ob das so toll ist, Leute. Aber hier, Paper Mario wird auf jeden Fall mega nice. Ich mache mal hier ein bisschen größer. Ich mache hier mal meine Pixelcam ein bisschen größer. Zum Verabschieden. Ja, aber insgesamt kann man ja perfekte Position. Ja, was dachte ich ja auch so. Schön in der Mitte. Ja, Bakugan, ich weiß nicht. Also, ich hab, ja. Sollen die Leute spielen? Ich wahrscheinlich nicht. Aber wir machen jetzt Schluss. Wir machen so gegen 10 noch ein bisschen Days Gone. Und, jo. So machen wir das. Was macht ihr noch so? TK kriegt ja gleich. Kriegt ja gleich wieder Frauenbesuch. Der Schatzi kommt noch. Der Schatzi. Das war alles, ja. Das ist halt ein Treehouse, da zeigen sie da eh bloß. Da stellen sie da eh nur, eigentlich nur ein Spiel vor, oder? War das nicht immer so bei der E3? Oder 2, 3 und jetzt haben sie eins, was man schon kannte, gezeigt und halt ein ganz neues. Dass uns das jetzt nicht so interessiert hat, dieses neue, ist ja natürlich was anderes. Das Shit ja, dafür können die ja nichts. Aber da gibt es bestimmt einige, vielleicht ja auch Violets, die das unbedingt zocken wollen. So, wir machen mal hier abbrechen. Aber was das hier gibt, guck mal hier, Donkey Kong gibt's jetzt, wa? Auch ganz geil. Donkey Kong für die Switch. Ja, aber nur Treehouse, kennt ihr ja Direct. Direct kommt ja dieses Jahr anscheinend nicht. Leider. Ich finde das auch traurig. Weil das, was ist denn noch angekündigt? Gar nichts, oder? Jetzt nur Origami King und das war's. Oder? Also ich weiß nicht. Und die Playstation noch am Laufen mit? Nee, die habe ich ausgemacht, TK. Hast du doch gesehen. Wir machen einfach um 10 Uhr noch Days Gone. Ich mache jetzt hier 2 Stunden Pause, lümmel ein bisschen rum. Und wenn ich nicht einschlafe, spielen wir dann noch was. Aber am 23.07. kommt nochmal Xbox Event. Und am Sonntag Ubisoft. Also jetzt am Sonntag. Xbox Event kann man sich ja auch angucken. Auch wenn man sich eine Playstation holt oder so. Oder einen PC hat. Denn das sind ja vielleicht. Ach doch. Sind glaube ich nur Exklusivtitel zeigen die da. Aber die kommen ja auch auf den PC teilweise. Also PC-User können da auch einschalten. Reinswitchen. Und mal ein wirklich neues Mario Bros. Für Switch, kein Remake. Ja. Ich will ein neues Mario Kart. Ich glaube, da kommt noch hier. Das verkauft sich noch so gut. Ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass die neu bringen jetzt. Danke, TK. Mach es gut. Bye, bye. Hab ein schönes Wochenende. Und lass dir nicht ärgern. Den Konsolenkampf brauchen sie doch ja nicht gewinnen. Sind doch Zweiter. Nintendo ist doch auf dem zweiten bei den Konsolen. Obwohl sie ihre eigene Schiene fahren, ihr eigenes Süppchen kochen. Die sind da eigentlich gut aufgestellt. Nur, dass irgendwie keine Spiele angekündigt werden. Das ist total für den Arsch. Muss man ja mal so sagen. Das aktuelle Mario Kart ist ja immerhin schon fast 8 Jahre alt. Ja, das stimmt. Ich finde, die müssen ja nicht unbedingt Neues bringen. Aber die können ja neue DLCs bringen dafür. Das reicht ja schon. Oh, keine Ahnung, 20 Euro, 8 neue Strecken, 4 Fahrer, was weiß ich. Aktuell sind sie so ja vorne, ja. Aber insgesamt gesehen ist PlayStation und dann kommt Switch und dann kommt die Xbox. Dafür ist aber die WiiU war total gefloppt. Darfst du ja auch nicht vergessen. Die hat sich ja nur 12 Millionen Mal verkauft. Und wie oft hat sich jetzt die Switch verkauft? 50 Millionen? In der Hälfte der Zeit? Das ist schon crazy. Aber, haben wir noch irgendwas, Leute? Gibt es noch irgendwas Spannendes zu erzählen? Außer dass, also Origami King kommt nächsten Freitag, am 17. Da kommt dann auch Ghost of Tsushima, Leute. Kennt ihr das? Bestimmt, wa? Das kommt für die PlayStation exklusiv. Zocken wir. Auf jeden Fall zocken wir das erstmal an. Bitte, ob es gut ist, ob es uns gefällt. Wissen wir nicht. Werden wir sehen. Bestimmt ganz nett. Und Origami King zocken wir auch. Auf jeden Fall zocken wir, betet erstmal an. Das machen wir. Dann würde ich sagen, machen wir hier Schluss. Y. Ich wünsche dir was. Bleiben Sie gesund. Captain sogar. Sie auch. Und alle anderen natürlich auch. Therese, ich weiß nicht, ist Therese noch da? Der mit der langen Nase? Was ist denn hier mit meinen Haaren überhaupt? Was ist denn das hier für ein Nest? Das ist, glaube ich, von der Brille. Hier ist auch alles. Kick der Shit da mal an hier. Alles verwuschelt. Naja. Spielt keine Rolle mehr. Irgendwann spielt es keine Rolle mehr, Leute. Dann ist das egal. Mach mal das. Das ist das Wurst. Judy, ich wünsche euch was. Bleibt gesund. Passt auf euch auf. Kommt gut ins Wochenende und wenn ihr Bock habt, schaltet dann nachher nochmal ein, dann quatschen wir noch. Und ja, dann aber ohne Facecam. Ich wünsche euch was. Bye bye.